smiling at the world right now, and I'm saying hello to everyone. My name is Reverend Jerry Hobby, and I am so grateful to be with you this morning. And in this celebration this morning, I'm inviting you to breathe with us. The most important part of our work in every day is to warm the field. Whether we're on our way to work, we're warming the field of life, sending warmth out on the highways and the byways. Whether we're right there at work, perhaps in our cubicle, or in that space where we're just sitting and just reproducing, whether it is on an assembly line, whether we're meeting and greeting customers, we warm the space. And the way we warm the space is through this thing we call spiritual practice and anchoring. We sit, we breathe, and we simply remember our oneness with each other, our connectedness with each other. Oneness is an important part of the process. There's the saying, people who need people are the luckiest people in the world. And that needing of people is part of our engagement. So let's be still and just sit with that right now, dropping into the heart space and allowing the heart to simply gather itself, allow it to do whatever it needs to do to embrace the warmth of this day. Remembering that that warmth includes you, every breath you take, breathing from a place of warmth, releasing any sense of separation, anxiety, releasing any sense of desperation. We're simply breathing right now, and we're greeting the day in the silence. Our reading this morning comes from 365 Days of Richer Living, Daily Inspirations from Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. And today, on February 2nd, Our reading is entitled, I Give Thanks in Advance for the Answer to My Prayer. Our reading comes from Psalms chapter 1, verse 2. He delighted in the law of the Lord, and his law doth he meditate day and night. The law of mind never fails, even when it delivers to us the things and conditions we do not like. It has still functioned perfectly. Our use of it determines our experience, and wise is the man who only thinks rightly. Prayer, scientifically understood, is a statement of spiritual fact. It convinces us that good alone is true and right alone is victorious. As we are convinced of these facts, the results are brought into our lives by the law of life. The psalmist advises us to delight in the law of the Lord, which is the law of mind. He suggests that we think both about this law both day and night. We may have what we want, but we must think it definitely and continuously in order to make it made manifest. Thanksgiving in prayer is vital, for it makes us believe that we already have our good. When the idea is established within us, it then takes form around us. I give thanks that there is a perfect law of mine and that I am able to use it. God responds to me as I respond to it. I now turn to the indwelling Spirit and affirm its presence. I know that every true desire of my heart is being established onto me today. I place these desires in the law of good and rejoice that its perfect action is now taking place in me, around me, and through me. All this day, I remind myself that my demonstrations already are made. I give in advance for the answer to my prayers. My whole being is open and receptive to that good which is now arriving on my doorstep. I rest in the law and meditate upon its accuracy. I'm going to invite you to breathe with me this morning. I'm inviting you to just anchor in the space of unconditional love and let these words settle upon your being, within the essence of your soul. Our reading this morning comes from 365 Days of Richer Living, Daily Inspirations from Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. So today, February 2nd, our reading is entitled, I Give Thanks in Advance for the Answer to My Prayer. We start first with the reading from Psalms chapter 1, verse 2. His delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. The law of mine never fails, even when it delivers to us the things and conditions we do not like. It has still functioned perfectly. Our use of it determines our experience, and wise is the man who only thinks rightly. Prayer, scientifically understood, is a statement of spiritual fact. It convinces us that good alone is true and right alone is victorious. As we are convinced of these facts, the results are brought into our lives by the law of life. The psalmist advises us to delight in the law of the Lord, which is the law of mine. He suggests that we think about this law both day and night. We may have what we want, but we must think it definitely and continuously in order to make it made manifest. Thanksgiving and prayer is vital, for it makes us believe that we already have our good. When the idea is established within us, it then takes form around us. I'm going to invite you to breathe with me right now. And I'm going to invite you to simply anchor the seed of good within yourself right now. If you're here in this room, unmute yourselves. We're going to anchor that seed through the spoken word today. If you're in a place where you can affirm with us, I'm going to invite you to repeat after me. And what we're going to do is we're planting the seed and influencing the chatter in the world. We're overcoming any sense of lack, any sense of limitation, all the outer influences, and allowing the inner influence to fulfill itself, to embody itself, and reveal itself as a demonstration, or one may say a manifestation. Breathe with me right now. And I invite you to repeat these words. I give thanks that there is a perfect law
I give thanks that there is a perfect law
of mine, and I am able to use it.
of mine, and I am able
to use it.
God responds to me as I respond to it.
God responds to
to
me
me as
as
I
I
respond to
respond
it.
to it.
I now turn to the indwelling spirit
I
I
now
now
turn
turn to the
to the indwelling spirit
infinite
and affirm its presence.
and affirm its presence.
I know that every true desire of my heart
I know
I know that
every
every
true
true desire of
desire
my
of my
heart
heart
is established unto me today.
is
is
established
established
unto
unto
me
me today.
today.
I place these desires in the law of good
I place
Place
these
these
desires
desires in
in
the
the
law
law of good
and rejoice that it is perfect. Its perfect action is now taking place in me.
and
and
rejoice
rejoice
that
that
its
its
now
perfect
perfect
action
is
is
taking
now
place
taking place in me,
within me,
Around me
around me,
around me,
and through me.
and
and
through me.
through me.
all this day,
all
All
at
this
this
day,
day,
I remind myself
I
I
remind
remind
myself
myself
that my demonstrations already are made.
that my
that my
demonstrations
demonstrations already
already are made.
made.
I give thanks in advance for the
I give,
answer
I give thanks in advance for the answers
For the answers
to my prayers.
to
to
my
my
prayer.
prayers.
My whole being is open
My
My
whole
whole
being
being
is
is
open
open
and receptive to that good which is now
and
and
receptive to
receptive
that
to
good
that
which is
good
now
which is now
arriving on my doorstep.
arriving on my
arriving on my
doorstep.
doorstep.
I rest in the law
I rest
I
in the
rest in the
law
law
and I meditate upon its accuracy.
and
and
I meditate
meditate
upon
on
its
this.
accuracy.
I just invite you to breathe those words right now with joy, with a song in your heart, allowing the beauty of spirit to fulfill itself. We give thanks for the high notes of the infinite growing and expressing itself. We give thanks for the essence of the divine as the dance of joy, grateful expectancy, in gratitude, knowing that it has already gone before and prepared the way. So, in this sacred space, right here, right now, we're acknowledging that presence and that light in everything we encounter today. We know in this very moment our oneness, the embodiment of that, knowing that now we are one, fulfills itself. It is our mantra. And the we that we refer to is the infinite, that infinite encounter with the divine, God in action, God fulfilled, God revealed, God expressing within each and every one of us. So we breathe. And as we breathe in this joy and as we breathe into this spirit, we breathe into this light, knowing that all is well in this day, that it is well, and that it is the same presence revealed both in the day, in the night, within the evening, within the afternoon, within the morning, within every part of this thing we call life. We smile with joy and we simply affirm with gratitude. And so it is, and now it is. Amen. Amen. Ashe.
And so it is.
So I want to thank our entire audience, those that are on YouTube and those here within this sacred space for being with us today. I am affirming and knowing that the presence has already fulfilled itself throughout this entire week and all of eternity. And I thank you in advance for simply being receptive and allowing this wonderful presence to reveal itself and to create and the creation of the new stories and the new revelations of truth. And I am grateful for its healing presence, touching each and every one of us. So I invite you to go and allow that to fulfill itself and manifest itself. And I invite you to continue to remember that the presence is right there. Now we are one. We are connected with this source that always reveals itself. And as you are doing that, practice wisdom and allow that wisdom to shine forth. I invite you to come and look for many different ways you can engage with us and warm your heart. Today is our Power 8 Peace group, which takes place every Monday. If you visit us at seatfm.org, We call it Seatfm.org. And if you look for the Power 8 group, you'll notice that we have a 12 noon Pacific time Power 8 group. And their focus is on peace. This is a season for nonviolence, and it is a time where we get to celebrate and practice. The theme for today is care. So I invite you to practice caring for yourself, caring for the world, and caring with every single person you come into contact with. There's a wonderful prayer that will hit our Prayerful Heart channel, and I'm inviting you to tap into that prayer and allow it to be your blessing in the day.